also from the mother of all states, Mr. Scott from Virginia, for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I get a little tired of this both sides thing. I just want to remind everybody that for the last 60 years, every Democratic presidential administration, has left the Republican successors a better deficit than they inherited, without exception. And every Republican during that time, every Republican administration has left for their Democratic successors a worse deficit situation, without exception. So it's not both sides. We've heard the mention of a continuation of some of the Bush tax cuts under Obama. I voted against that because I thought it was a bad idea. But even so, the deficit as a percentage of GDP went down under Obama. And when President Trump came in, he increased the deficit before the pandemic. And so it's not both sides. And we have a problem, and everybody knows what the problem is. Problem is we need to cut spending or increase revenue or both. Commission can say you need to cut a percentage of this, a percentage of that. I assume they're not going to get down into this too much into specifics. But Congress will still need to make those decisions. The commission doesn't make that situation any easier. It just gives temporary cover to those who don't want to decide. Now, some are suggesting that we have a spending problem, not a revenue problem. Fact is, we have a pay-for-what-you-spend problem. And if you compare Obamacare to Medicare Part D, when we passed Obamacare, we paid for it. We raised enough taxes to pay for that spending. And so the decision was, if you want Obamacare, here are the taxes that are going to pay for it. If you don't want to pay for it, you don't get Obamacare. And we decided, yeah, we want Obamacare, and we took the taxes along with it. Medicare Part D, how do you like a prescriptive drug benefit? Sounds good to me. Well, how are you going to pay for it? We didn't worry about it, and $500 billion in spending not paid for. Now, we've already heard that one major reason for our deficit is the unpaid for tax cuts. Under Republicans, you don't have to pay for tax cuts. How'd you like a tax cut? Well, let's do it. So if we just paid for our spending and paid for our tax cuts, we've heard that $10 trillion of the debt wouldn't be where it is today. Mr. McGovern, let me ask you a question. Can the conclusions of a commission be manipulated by the appointment of members who have pre-existing ideas like Social Security needs to be cut?
Absolutely. And, you know, I've been listening to some of the comments. Mr. Grothman, you know, talked about the importance of a commission, but he also signed a pledge saying that he'll never raise taxes.
So you, just on who's on a commission can kind of predetermine what the conclusions are. And does this up or down vote thing, Mr. McGovern, make it more or less likely that Social Security and Medicare will be cut?
I fear that it will make it more likely that it'll be cut.
I thank the gentleman from Virginia. Now yield 3 minutes to my friend from Utah, Mr. Blake Moore.
Thank you, Chair.